Well, Anders, thanks for joining us on the show, man. We are here at my local, Moe's, on the Gold Coast. How's your tour been?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. Everybody's just been wonderful. They've come out of the woodworks for the shows. They're supportive. They have energy, and they're just great people. They deserve me to be here.
Yeah, man. And you went and saw some wildlife today?
We were going to, but instead we decided that we were going to grill and hang out by the pool.
Oh, see, that's pretty good.
We got our first full night of sleep last night of the tour. It's been about a half hour to 2 hours a day of sleep the last few days. So we got that done, and we thought, let's just chill. Let's go grill some burgers and eat some decent food and jump in the pool for a little bit, relax, and then just go down the street to the show.
Nice. Well, it's down the street, and it's probably one of the best places you can play. Moe's is phenomenal.
It's cool.
Tons of times.
Yeah.
They always look after us. But where did the tour start? Where was the kickoff? Was that in Perth?
That was Sydney.
Sydney?
Yep.
Okay, because I saw lots of photos, and, man, people came out of the woodwork for it.
Mm-hmm. They
did.
did.
Man, I guess you probably met a whole bunch of people that have talked to you about this, of course, Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat. The very first Slipknot album that you're one of the founding members of, and man, this is such a important record for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just before we started rolling, you said that people have been coming up getting you to sign it.
Yep.
How's that been? How have fans been interacting with you in regards to the album?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I feel like I have a much bigger family than I started with. Everybody's been great. I love it. They're friendly. They're asking me to sign their body parts so they can get it tattooed on them. I'm like, wow,
Man,
that's amazing.
That's
and I'm just thinking, I am so happy that I provided joy to people by being part of this,
Yeah,
and
man.
then being able to come out here and, do it again this many years later and show them what it was like.
Because I remember when it got announced, I don't know how much of that is getting through. We're having a party behind us here at Moe's. But, I like the vibe, and people were so damn excited. As soon as it was announced, like, man, were you feeling that love all the way over there? You're in Iowa still, right?
Yeah, but everybody around the world started seeing that, and it just spread. And then I started getting tons of messages. How come you're not starting in America? Well, maybe we'll get back there.
Man.
If I even leave this place. I love this place.
Yeah, just move here. They can wait.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, man? But, because I've been seeing it, like Blabbermouth picked it up.
Yeah.
And I could see everyone's like, come to South America, come to blah, 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 blah. So obviously you're in high demand now.
There's a Metal Hammer UK guy at the show the other night.
Really?
Doing a review. Michael Graves was in Brisbane.
Michael Graves?
He was, from
Misfits?
I didn't know he would be here. I don't know where he lives normally, but he was there.
Man, people have come out of the woodwork, dude. It must be awesome for you. Like, what were you doing, like, between, obviously, this album and now? There's been a lot of years. What were you doing musically in between then?
Well, the next band after Slipknot was Painface.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked on that for a while, and I got Clown involved to help out. Pardon me. It's been a long one.
Yeah.
And we kind of changed the sound to be more stoner rock. So it turned into On a Pale Horse. Eventually, I had parted ways with those guys and started a new band called Vice Grip Throttle, and that was my stoner rock stuff. I still love that.
Yeah.
And then after a while, that kind of fizzled out. It kind of does. People got their lives. Not everybody is driven to go do it for a living. Some of them think they do. But then when the time comes, they're like, I don't know. It's too much of a risk. Yeah, so then bands fall apart. I got a hold of some new guys. Not new guys. They're good friends of mine. And started Painface back up with a different lineup. And we released a 4-song demo about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. And those guys are actually writing another full-length album while I'm over here. Plus, I have another band that's called Colsefni with my son playing guitar and some other local people that were working out some stuff. We're trying to write in the vein that Slipknot would have been in, possibly the eclecticness, the difference. You know, it's not just all just pissed off metal. It's a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
And right now, it's coming together pretty nicely. And those guys are writing while I'm over here too.
That's exciting, man.
Yes.
That's exciting. And your son, of course, like, you know, him being part of that as well. Like, I mean, from a young age, obviously, he would have probably known that, you know, his dad was one of the founders of Slipknot and all this stuff. Like, how was that for you guys growing up together and sharing that love of music and different bands and things like that?
It's awesome. You know, it's a bonding thing.
Yep.
I got him his first guitar when he was 16. My vice grip throttle guitar player, Casey Dozer, taught him how to play guitar, and then he just ran with it. And he started exploring all the other aspects on his own. And he just really dived into it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he went right into it, and it feels so good.
You just got the one?
I've got two.
You got two?
I've got two. The other one's not musically inclined, but he's texts me every day and watches everything that's put up. He's excited about what's going on. See, they just know me as dad.
Yeah, see, that's it. That's it. And then you go and do this amazing stuff. And, you know, Waylon Rivas is here on the tour with you as well, who, like, is an incredible singer as well.
Yes.
Man, I love that dude's work. Now, Mushroomhead and Slipknot used to have a little bit of a rivalry back in the day. Is that right?
After I was in the band.
Okay.
Because none of us had heard of them. We didn't have internet. It's not like, you know, a band from another state, unless they come and play shows in our town, which they didn't, we wouldn't know about them, you know, unless they're signed and they're out there. But at the time when we were putting our thing together, we were influenced a lot by Mr. Bungle and you know, and all the other stage shows that we all loved growing up. We got sick of watching bands just doing their thing, you know, and there's no problem with doing that, but it's like we wanted to do something different. In Iowa, it's the hardest fucking place to get noticed in the United States. Pretty much farm fields, you know, cornfields and hog lots all over the place around, you know, and it's just a terrible place to try to start a band. So you had to do everything you could. We had to get every good musician, the best of the best, get them to join the bands. Like, come on, we've already got these guys are there. Come on, give it a try. It'll be fun. And, you know, the first time I saw Mushroomhead, I was in Painface, and we were in Chicago, Illinois, playing a show, and somebody brought a magazine over. He goes, look at this. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, the bass player has a pig mask. Those fuckers copied me. Because I picked out the pig mask for Paul because he was too lazy to go there and get it.
Oh,
you know this.
Yes.
And so I just ran into the theatrical shop and grabbed the first thing I saw. I was like, pig mask, that'll work. Threw a padlock in the nose, gave it to him. He's like, yeah, that'll work. I can see through it, like still in the microphone. And so it was a really weird thing. Waylon and I have determined that it must have been just we were all influenced by the same shit, being we're all in farmlands.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's definitely a vibe about it. I think when Slipknot came out, we became aware of it. There's definitely something different there that people gravitated towards. Maybe it's, you know, being down here in Australia, we resonated with something with it. You've probably seen a little bit of that in our own country. There's something that's, I don't know, isolating maybe. It's very, what would you say? Like, how would you describe it? Like,
it's hard to put your finger on.
Yeah, I know.
You know, from my point, I still think it's all nuts.
Yeah.
I think the fact Slipknot went on and did what they've done is nuts. I think the fact that people have done that with the Slipknot original, the 8 Feet Killer Pete, and what they're selling for the originals is nuts. I think the fact that for some reason the Fleshcraft First Painface CD is selling for over $300 American online is nuts. So it's hard for me to really grasp. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. It's wild. I mean, I loved all the music.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if we would have just stuck with this style, with the weirdness and all that, instead of trying to make it more of a, you know, what Roadrunner did.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would have turned out. I can't even imagine, you know. I know it wouldn't have turned out that way if Corey hadn't joined, because you know, people are not receptive to growly vocals in a lot of cases. It's a select group of metalheads that like the growling.
Hey man, I'm one of you. I'm like that. But hey, the growly stuff. But you know,
it is. You know, it's hard to get on the radio when you growl.
No, that's it. That's true.
But
that's
I never
true.
wanted to be a radio star.
Yeah.
I wanted to put on good shows, and I wanted to have power, and I wanted people to be able to release all their pent up shit from their week. Everybody got shit fucking lives with their jobs and shit. Get rid of it. Throw it out. Yell it out to me. Let me out. Let me swallow your fucking pain so I can regurgitate it out. And you know, that's the big thing about it for me. Is just I just love watching people enjoy this stuff and getting rid of all their negativity.
Exercise those demons.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. We got to do it every once in a while.
Yeah, man.
Or we explode, or we turn into a maniac.
I'm all about it, man. Like, I know, like, if I don't perform or if I don't go and have a jam with the boys and just release that, I'm not a fun person to be around.
Right.
You know, I got to do it. I got to do it for myself, my family, and people around me. So I totally get that. But hey, man, what's next for you after this Australian tour? Obviously, there's big demand. The floodgates have opened.
Yes.
What's going on, man? What's going to happen?
Well, as soon as I get back, I'm going to start getting some merchandise ideas figured out, because we didn't have enough time to throw a bunch of merch together, and we are doing this on a pretty tight ship. And I mean, tight. We're all crammed into tight buses, and you know, getting all of our gear to fit and all that. It's like, okay, this is the first run. Let's just do tour posters for this time, and then hopefully, I would like to start spreading this out. And we're getting plenty of response. And hopefully, you know, we can take this around the world. That would be awesome. Get this around the world, let everybody hear it, and then start bringing my stuff around.
Yeah, man.
And keep these as a possible thing to play with my shows, you know. I put it under the banner of Colsefty, and then I can perform our music.
Yeah.
Vice Grip Throttle, Pain Face, all of that stuff. Live, you know,
It'd be unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be fantastic. So yeah, I want to give everybody the Mate Feed Kill Repeat experience wherever they want it, as much as possible. And then you know, we'll call it a day at some point.
Nah,
you know,
don't do that.
We'll see. I'll have to see how it goes. You know, it might be something where they want to, you know, every year they want to have a big concert every so often with, you know, and who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Mate.
You know, a lot of options.
Absolutely. Hey, brother, thank you so much again for being on the show and talking to me today.
Absolutely.
Mate,
Appreciate it.
the tour is everything I've been seeing is kicking ass.
Yes.
And tonight it's going to be unreal. You got Townsville tomorrow. Not Townsville, Toowoomba.
Yep.
That's way far off. I don't know. You see, I don't get out much. But, mate, we will have all the links to everything down here in the show notes. Brother, you take care, and we will see you again soon, I'm sure. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.